This is based on truth. When I was courting Sue, I took her out to the Arncliffe Hotel, which is near Rockdale Church in Sydney. It's not known as a family motel, but it has a cheap steak and it's close to the church, and I thought it was beyond the ambience of the Holy Catholic Church, but it wasn't. It was full of a lot of rough characters. We were in there one night having a meal, and I went to the bar and I ordered a drink, and there was a fella sitting beside me, 6'6", at least, and he had a Hell's Angels jacket on. And I looked at him, I thought we had something in common, we were both thirsty, so I sort of smiled at him and said, "How you going?" And he sort of looked at me like he wanted to bite my ankle. He had a tattoo on the side of his arm that said, "I love me mum." And I looked at him, I pointed, and I said, I thought I'd loosen things up a bit, and I said, "Yeah, so do I." And he was smoking at the time, and he put the cigarette, he said, "Is that your wife's drink?" I said, "Yes." And he put it in my wife's drink, and I went, tss. I picked the drinks up and took them back to Sue. I said, "We're out of here, Sue." And on the way out, I told her what happened. And she said, "Well, aren't you going to belt the out of him?" She said, "You told me you did karate." I said, "Well, Sue, I did it by correspondence." And I'd rather leave. So we left, and I went to the car park, but anyway, I let both the tyres down on his motorcycle. When we went home, Sue was as cranky as all heck, and the old ute had broken down as well, and I had to walk home, and I was really despondent. It was dark, it was about 11:30 at night, it was late, I used to stay up late in those days. And it started to rain, thunder, storm, and I ran. I had to get to the train station to catch the train, so I ran. I took a shortcut through Arncliffe Cemetery. And I ran, I don't like cemeteries at the best of time, and I ran, and lightning, thunder, and it was raining, and I tripped and fell into an open grave. And I hit the deck, and you're not supposed to drop into those things unless you're in a box. And I laid on the bottom, and I got my wind back, and I tried to leap up to get out. And I leapt and got to the edge and just slipped back down. I leapt and I just slipped back. It was so muddy wet, I couldn't get out. It was pitch dark, and I just sat back in the corner. I said, "Oh, well, look, there'll be a funeral in the morning. They'll get me out, and perhaps I might lighten things up a bit when they see me there." So I sat there in the corner, and all of a sudden I heard a yell, and someone else fell in. And I could smell alcohol in his breath. I sat quietly in the corner, and I looked over, and this bloke was swearing and cursing. He started to leap up onto the edge, and he slipped back down. He leapt up again, he slipped down. He leapt and he slipped down. And I reached over and I grabbed him on the ankle. I recognised him as the dude from the club. And I left over and I grabbed him on the ankle, and I said, "You'll never make it." He did.